Hello Scorpio, I'm Tamara, and I'm going to do your Christmas special tarot reading. I decided to publish this short videos, a series of short videos devoted to the Christmas period and New Year, and how you're going to finish the year and how you're going to get into the new 2018 beginning of January. So it's all for the end of December and beginning of January. And I'll just shuffle the cards and then we'll go ahead and see what we got for you, dear Scorpio. Okay. And the first card which I have for you is the Six of Cups and Knight of Cups. These two cards will represent the main theme of the reading. And then we have the Emperor, the Magician, Seven of Cups, Ten of Wands, Queen of Swords, the Tower, so you can see it better. We have Page of Cups and the Devil. Okay, so Scorpio, the first card for you, and most of the signs actually got this card, which is very relevant, is the card of thinking about the past. People from the past might turn up, maybe ex will turn up. The period of Christmas, New Year, festive period is always quite nostalgic. People start reassessing, start thinking about the past, start reminiscing, remembering, and it brings people together. People start getting messages from people they haven't seen for a long time, and yeah, that's this card represents. Talks about children, maybe your children or children will be, normally during the celebrations. There's always children involved. Could be maybe your own ones or nephews and nieces, whoever. It's just there's a lot of, there could be children, or as I said, it could be someone from the past will turn up. It could be an old friend which you haven't seen, or some relatives which you haven't seen for a long time. And there will be all this nice, really nice feeling, reminiscing about the good old times. If you notice, all the cups are full of flowers. It's a very positive feeling, very nice, sort of soul-warming card, very really nice feeling. And that's what this period will be for you, dear Scorpio. And I've got the Knight of Cups. Knight of Cups is the offer of love. It is either you will offer your love to someone, or someone will offer their love to you. And Scorpius is a water sign, and the King of Cups is the water sign as well. It could be more likely it will be you. Maybe you will propose someone during this, which is normal as well, during Christmas or New Year, to pop the question, or just actually to take the relationship on the next level, or just actually open up your heart and say that how you feel about this particular person. Or you will be someone will offer you this emotional positive card. If it's not about a romantic relationship for you, dear Scorpio, then it could be just you will have a really nice, as I said, there's someone from the past might be turning up. It could be this another water sign, which is Cancer, Pisces or Scorpio as you. And you will be like you're talking about all this very positive, very nice, feelings about the past, or this conversation with this person will make you feel really good. And the first card is the Emperor. Emperor talks about someone who is a little bit older, who is very assertive, who is holding things in control. They are they could be the head of the household. It could be maybe your parents, maybe a father figure, or someone who is in charge. Sometimes talks about being like a CEO of the company, being on a very high position, holding that really high position and being in charge. Sometimes it's a message to you to be in charge, actually, to keep that sort of being in control and being in charge of your own sort of your own situation. So yes, that's the Emperor is also represented by Emperor represents the sign of Aries. So maybe Aries is going to be significant for you during this period. And we have underneath this card we have a Magician, and they're very sort of very relevant, those two cards. If here it tells you to be in control and in situation and sort of being a leader, going forward, having that sort of aura of authority around yourself, then this one tells you that you actually have got all the tools to do that, to manifest that power you hold as the Emperor, to keep that, structure, all structure, in together, because you have got all the tools which is available to you. All the tools are under your hand. You've got the Pentacles, which is financial security. You have got finances. You've got Swords, which is mental capacity, being intelligence. It's got Cups, which is emotions, being emotionally intelligent as well. Having a warmth as well, having a passion, have a drive. So it tells you that you've got all that so you coming into the year of 2018, manifesting all your powers. And it's the same flowers depicted over there, which we have over there. It represents, having a really good feelings about it, positive emotions about it, being able to manifest all these powers you have. Next to it, we have a Seven of Cups. Seven of Cups talks about having a lot of choices. There will be a lot of opportunities for you, a lot of choices during this period. It also talks about presents as well, so it's very common, to get or receive or give the presents during this period. So you might get a lot of presents. Not all of them will be, up to you, to your liking. So make a, face and, say thank you and move on and take them back to the shop next day. But, yes, of course, not everything will be up to your liking, but you will get a lot of presents. It's also about choices. You will have a lot of choices during this period. The message behind it is be careful, what you're choosing. Be more selective, because not every choices you will make during this period might be, into your, as I said earlier, into your liking. You might put a hand and get that dragon over there who will bite you, so be careful what you choose. And also it talks about being dreamy, don't, the same message, be careful what you wish for. So just sort of be aware, when you have all these choices, and make sure you make the right ones. And then it talks about you being overwhelmed, and it's again understandable during this period. We're still working, we're preparing for the Christmas. There's a lot of presents buying and looking after the children or whatever happening during this period. It can be quite overwhelming. There's a lot of parties. And the Spirit tells you it's number 10. Number 10 is the end of the cycle. It's the finishing the cycle. So the period is almost over for you. It's time for you to drop. Maybe you were working during the year really hard, and you were holding all this year, all this, heavy weight on your shoulders, on your back. And the Spirit tells you it's a time for you now, especially during this, celebration period. Take time off. Drop that heavy weight, take it easy a little bit, and learn how to delegate, learn how to ask for help if you need it. So start this new year, start this new period, start a new chapter in your life by not, overwhelming yourself with so much responsibilities. You put so much responsibilities on you, dear Scorpio, and you have carrying all this weight. I see a Queen of Rods next to it. Queen of Rods is the fire sign. It could be Leo, Aries, or Sagittarius person. It could be, if this is a love reading, it could be your partner. Could be a new person coming into you. Or could be just someone who is significant for you. Could be one of, there's a lot of people we see during this period. So it's a fire sign. She's very passionate. She's very sort of creative. But she's also at the same time very entrepreneurial, so she can actually earn money out of her own creativity. It's like, you know, if she's a performer, she's very good at that, and she earns money. That's her profession of being creative. If she is a singer, she earns money from singing. So that's that sort of person is around you, very passionate, very creative, you know, interesting, very, very interesting person over there. And I've got something sudden change happening during this period. There's something sort of, and it's very sort of common theme during this period. We, you know, we have all these New Year resolutions normally, and sometimes we are sort of, we decided that, you know, enough is enough. You know, maybe like here, you decided that you carried all this heavy weight, and all of a sudden you sort of, it's the end of the year, end of the chapter, and I'm going to take completely, and a completely different path, something sudden happens, you will decide to like, you know, it probably won't be in your own powers, to be honest. It could be that, you know, it will be brought to you by the fate, and to be honest, you will be quite happy to embrace it, because next to it I've got Page of Cups, very positive emotions. Yes, maybe I'll give just an example, it's not exactly. For example, if by the end of the year you will be told that you are going to be redundant, you actually will be quite happy, because you didn't like this job anyway, and you were hoping, because this Christmas period you might actually, you know, prepare yourself. There's a long holidays, will give you enough time to start looking for another job. Or, you know, it's very common, like having, they say during Christmas and New Year, there's highest percentage of divorces. All of a sudden, maybe your partner decided, or you decided that, you know, you had enough actually, carrying all these responsibilities on your heavy shoulders, and it's maybe time for you to make this complete change, and you either walk away, and maybe or your partner will walk away. But I think you just say that it's like sort of blessing in disguise. You're sort of quite happy. There is the Page of Cups. There is an offer of love. It's either you will be offering love to someone, and Scorpio is a water sign, as I said, and similar to this one, to the Knight of Cups, you already had similar. So it's always maybe that there's a water sign child involved in this situation. Maybe you will be thinking about the child. It could be, as I said, it's Scorpio, Pisces, or Cancer person. But I think it's more about that love offer. Maybe it's nice that this person is walked away, or you walked away from this, and there is someone else on the horizon for you. There's some new love is coming into your life, and you rather just sort of concentrate on that than, you know, crying over this relationship. And the last card for you is the Devil card. Devil card could be representing Capricorn. It also talks, it's a warning for you, you know, it's an unhealthy sort of attachment. Maybe that's what is there over there with the Tower. When we have this unhealthy attachment, and it's now you decided that attachment to a person, to relationship, where you decide, where you know that this person is not the right person for me, but we still carry on because that's how it's convenient, and you got used to it, and you don't want to upset someone, and now you just sort of decided that it's actually time for you to change all that, and you know, it's a time to cut those unhealthy attachments to whatever person is there. It's also like over drinking. It's addiction card. So try not to drink too much during this festive period. Don't eat too much, because it's as I said, addiction to everything: food, you know, drinks, alcohol, drugs, any conventional sort of addictions, gambling as well, you know, sex. Sometimes, as I said, you know, to a person who is not the right person for us, and I think you will make that change. Either you or that person himself, they will walk away from you, or you will walk away from this person. but it will be for the best for you, dear Scorpio. Let's see for additional messages I've got. I'm using Keepers of the Lights Oracle deck by Kim Krans, or by Kylie Gray, sorry. So I'm just going to get an additional Oracle message for you, dear Scorpio. Oh, okay, I'll take this one. I can't pronounce this card. I'll just show it to you. And it's called Life Force. Express your driving passion. Sensual and sexual powers are increased. Oh, that's lovely. So express your driving passions. That's a message for you from the spirits, dear Scorpio. So show your passion, express it, and you know, your powers will be increased. And on this positive note, I would like to finish your reading, dear Scorpio. If you liked it, please press the like button. I hope it resonated with you. Subscribe to my channel. And if you're new, for private readings, you can contact me by email or through my Facebook page or over my web page. All the prices for readings are over there. Otherwise, Happy New Year and Happy Christmas to you, dear Scorpio, and see you next year in January. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.